Today in our 2015 Honda Accord, we're going to be test fitting the Inno Aero Roof Rack system, consisting of part numbers INXB115-2. These are the Inno Aero Crossbars, 45 inches long. We'll also be using the Inno Flush Feet System to hold those bars in place. That's going to be part number INXS200. And finally, we have the Inno Fit Kit to attach it to our actual Accord here. That's going to be part number INK592. This is a great roof rack system that can carry a wide variety of accessories ranging from bike racks to cargo baskets to cargo boxes. The shape of the bars themselves is aerodynamically shaped, so that's going to cut down the wind noise and drag while you drive, eliminating the need for any fairings that you might need for, say, square bars. Moving on to our end caps, they do come with a lock already installed, so once you have everything on your roof, it's going to be secured to it. And removing our end cap here, you can see that we have this rubber strip up at the top here. That's actually, excuse me, that means you can utilize T-track accessories with this. And instead of having to remove the strip, you can actually push down that center portion, so you can just push the T-track accessories in place and not have to make any cuts at all. Everything is labeled as to which side it's supposed to go on, so that will avoid confusion. And you can see how it attaches to underneath the door frame here. And any place it makes contact with the vehicle, whether it be the clamp here or the rubber pad on the bottom, it is going to help protect the vehicle from any scratches or abrasions once you're installing it. How we got our front bar into the position it's in now, we set it in place and measured from the center of the door jamb to the center of the front bar on both sides to make sure that it was even. So let's go ahead and show you how the rear bar goes into place. We already have it put together on our handy little table here. And we have all the parts in front of you here that's going to come with the kit once you have it. So first things first, we're going to flip the bar upside down. Like you see here, it's going to make it a little bit easier to show you how to do this. And we'll start getting things prepped. First, we'll take our bracket piece here and we'll install it on the end of our bar. You can see that there's a little notch here. Make sure that it fits in on the proper space up at the front. So then we'll push that in to this point here. Then we can take our flush foot, and this tab at the top here will fit into this portion. And again, make sure it's on the right side, it's going on the right portion. We'll push that out until it rests. And then we'll take our included Allen tool here and go to the center, and we'll just loosely tighten that down, because you want to be able to move this back and forth, because we're going to have to measure the space in between our flush feet here in a second. So we'll take our measuring tape, measure from one side to the other. We'll measure it out as prescribed in the instructions to where it needs to be. And then we'll tighten it down the rest of the way with our Allen tool. Next, we'll take our fit kit and start installing it as well. You can see how it fits in to the bottom here, and it just pushes into place like so. Then we'll take our clamp, and this goes to the outside. We'll loosen up our bolt here all the way. And we'll loosely tighten that up. And now we can move on to our vehicle, and we'll set it in place. We'll start by opening up our two rear doors. And then we'll set the bars down. Now, at first, it doesn't matter where you set them, because you're going to be measuring this out anyway. But when you do set these down, we're going to try to be a little careful here, because we still don't want the bar coming down on the vehicle. Okay. So to measure the distance for both the bars and for the bar of the rear, we'll again measure from the center of the door jamb to the center of the rear bar. You'll find this measurement in your instructions. gosh, I wasn't too far off. How's that for a coinky dink? All right, now I'll make sure that it's even on both sides. Looks like we can come towards the passenger side just a little bit. All right, now we can start tightening things down. It does come with a tightening tool. And we'll just loosely, we'll just get it snug, let's say it that way, against the door frame here first. And then we'll tighten back and forth until we can hear 2 or 3 audible clicks from our tool. That lets us know that it's tightened down to its specifications, and we're not going to over-tighten it and possibly damage the vehicle that way. Or under-tighten it and have it not be safe when we install our accessories. Now when you do hear these clicks, a word to the wise, it sounds like you're breaking it, but I swear you're not. And some other accessories that you can put on these is anything from ski carriers to ski and snowboard carriers, and maybe kayak carriers if your weight can take if your roof can take the weights on the top. Inno offers all these, and you can find them on etrailer.com. There we go. Next, we'll install our end caps. These just push into place, as you see. And I'm also going to give you a couple quick measurements to give you an idea of how high this sits off the roof. As you can see, it does have a pretty low profile to it, because that's the style that these kind of go after. So from the center of the roof to the bottom of the bar is going to be about 1 3/8 inches, and from the center to the top, it's going to be about 2.5 inches. So that's more than enough space for those accessories that wrap around the bars, as opposed to use the T-track accessories. And with our sunroof here, you should not have any problem using that. One thing to note, though, these do have a carrying capacity of 165 pounds, but you always want to double check with your vehicle's manual to make sure your roof can take those weights, and go by the manufacturer's recommendations. And there you have it for the Inno Aero Roof Rack system on our 2015 Honda Accord.